Hi, welcome to Southwest Systems. We are just going to run through another sort of demonstration for you. This is now the retail scanning side, and this is applied to retail stores, hardware stores, pet stores, garden centres, zero waste stores, anything that involves scanning. So we're going to show you the setup, we're going to show you some programming, stock control, all the usual stuff, and hopefully you can make a decision and go Southwest Systems for your EPOS system and our cloud back office software. So without further ado, this is the sort of layout, typical layout. You have branches. Now branches means you can have as many branches as you want. That can be linked to multi-branch, or they can be grouped to be in the same branch with the same file. It's very easy to use. Users is the number of cloud back office software users. So say you want your partner to have a back office cloud user to access the reports or do the programming, or you want your accountant to be able to export data to CSV, Excel, then by creating a back office user, that's how you do it in here, by adding a new user. You just need an email and your password. Reports is where you run the report. So effectively, you've got sales Z read, which is looking anything after you've done a Z read. So basically looking at the previous day's sales, and you've got all your information here, such as item sales per branch, item sales profit, monthly cash sales. So if we just run a report here, let's just go on cash by branch, and the report we want to run, I've got data from, it's all from yesterday. That's when I put through some sales. So you run through cash by branch. The net sales, as you can see, we've taken 1,563.49. This 13 is the number of transactions, and there's been 270 items sold. Cash in draw and credit card in draw is these next sort of area down here. And then obviously you've got cash declaration if you want to use that feature. We've got some customers using that before they do a Z read. Tax 1, tax 2, so basically what's taxable at 20%, and tax 2 is normally non-taxable. We can also do tax free as well, being 5% for logs, for petrol and stuff like that. And then we move on to the sort of button presses. So we did cash buttons, no sales, discounts, total discounts. In this case, lottery payout, scratch card payout, if it was a grocery store, cash lift, newspaper vouchers, any sort of combination of things we can set up. So we can do a lot of things for grocery stores, news agents, that sort of thing. And we can also incorporate anything with a cafe as well, with a retail store. A lot of people are doing that now, it's very common. Now all the reports can be exported by date range. So any date range you want, they can all be selected per branch, and all the reports can be exported to PDF, XLS and CSV. XLS being Excel. So say we want this to be emailed, I can just export it now, and within literally 2 or 3 seconds, it will then load up into Adobe Acrobat, which is a typical PDF viewer, to then save and email that. And again, if you want that report in Excel, you just press Excel. And then that will load, providing you've got a licensed copy of Excel, that will then install the software, it will load it up in Excel, and then you can view that, print it, manipulate the data, and it's the same again with CSV. It's all columnized, it can be all manipulated really easy and exported. We also are looking to integrate with certain accounts packages shortly, they're going to be Xero, Sage and QuickBooks. And yeah, the data's all there. It's a bit to the left, but the way I've got my screenshot, you can't quite see it, but it's all there, exactly how it would be in columns, and the print button's here to print it. So that's how you do that. Again, if you want to see, we can set reports to be favourites. So I've set these reports here as favourites. This is just by ticking the button on the right. A lot of clients like this. So say I want item sales to be favourite. Then in here it will tell you, what you sold by tobacco, chilled, frozen, cards, fruit and veg. We can do integrated scales for the fruit and veg, so you can weigh it, go straight into the till. We can also do self-service labelling scales, just like you see in the big supermarkets. We do all that, all touchscreen, self-service. We can do Tearforce container, seen with zero waste stores. We've got a lot of options for that, and that's simple as that. We also do certain stuff for if you're using the stock control add-on, we can do basically item sales profit. So you can look at GP by putting in cost prices. That's very popular with customers. And we can also do, just show you here. So you can see the GP profit column here based on the cost price. But obviously, I haven't got any cost prices in here at the moment. And we can also certain reports sort by department as well. You can say like, oh, I just want to look at those departments to view the data. One other thing customers like is in the programming area in PLUs, which I'll come on to in a second. We've also got stuff, especially for hardware, say like a garden centre, or anything, to be honest. We've got this manufacturer here, so you can set this on a retail file. You can add a manufacturer in, which is done in configuration, manufacturers. So say it was a garden centre, you could say Flymo, Black and Decker. Okay, and then what you can do is you can link that to the item, and you can actually run reports by manufacturer. So I'm going to run by Flymo. This is just an example. It doesn't make sense, but the bottom line is you can do it. And then there's a report in here. There's item sales per manufacturer, so you can see what's best selling from your manufacturers. It doesn't necessarily have to be a manufacturer. It could be a supplier if you want to set it like that. It could be anything you want to change it to, but some of the data could be manipulated in here. So moving on, monthly cash sales. You've got this feature here. Again, you run the report. This is really, accountants like this. This puts basically a calendar month on one report. So in this case, I've chosen September. So as you can see here, day 16, gross net, cash card, and the VAT. Again, this would show all the days for September, and you can change the date to be July, August, whatever. If you've got more than one till, we do the cash by till. It's this report here. I won't run it, but it's the same as the cash by branch, cash by till. And we do other reports like void reasons, 7-day cash per branch, department sales, and the same in the sales area. There's scale item sales. So the scale items, if you've got the integrated scale with us, with our branded scales, and that will mean you can look at by weight of what was sold per item. If you have the stock control, we can do stock by weight as well through the integrated scale. So yeah, it's very comprehensive. A lot of customers like this. We got journal and sales log. So journal. So as long as you've done a Z, you can look at per till every transaction on the back office. It's on the front end as well as a manager controlled, but you can see every single transaction that was put through. Okay. And then if we go into sales log is like a security report. So you can actually say, well, let's look at all the cashiers from yesterday. And then this will show you who is doing what. So if I put it in PDF, it's just easier to view in PDF, but you can zoom in. All the reports you can zoom in quite clearly. So I've zoomed in here. It says Penelope, the cashier. We put these items in here. Blah, 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 blah. Cash card. Any discounts done. There's a void done there. So it's like a date and timestamp of everything put through the system. And it's very easy to use. And you can cross-reference that with the CCTV. Dashboard. So dashboard is where you can set reports in here. You can change the look of it, the feel, this part here. You can add more reports in here, 7 days, bottom PLUs. So you can just see like bakery, chilled, frozen. This is really handy for tablets, for smartphones, really popular. Till communication report, is everything online, is everything active, when was the last Z done? And balance report, is everything adding up? So, is there any discrepancies? And it will tell you here if there's a discrepancy. Moving on to programming. So PLUs is where you're going to do all your adding new products and price changes. So you've got PLUs, you've got departments, you've got prices. This is where you can do some quick changes. So all you do in the PLU area is you just choose the item. In this case, they're all open price, but say they were priced, you just say in here 80 pence, save, and then you do the next one. Change the price, open, save, £1.70. Okay. What's nice is you've got a margin calculator here. So if you're using profit and GP and cost prices here, you can manipulate the data to look at that basically, and then look at data here. So you can adjust on what profit do I want to make, or what margin I want to make. I want to make 70%, then it will adjust it for you. Color, change the color here. Manufacturer, we talked about the Black & Decker Flymer, but it could be anything. Tax code here. You've also got like supplier reference number, case quantity. It's as simple as that. Now you've got prices in here. So say you want to do a global change on stuff, you could say, right, we're going to do a global change on this department, we're going to increase the prices, and you just change the price here, change it, £1.60, save, next item. You can do a promotional price, you can do a percentage or rounding, you can adjust it by amount, all the prices of a particular department. So you can basically do a lot of changes very quickly. And in terms of PLU, you add a new item by pressing Add New PLU. You fill in the data here. I won't go through that, but it's very simple to do. We use an easy-to-use manual as well. Staff, clerks. So if Penelope leaves, so changes it for Aidan. Just put in here Aidan. Save that. PIN number's the same. Send it down. The changes are done. In terms of configuration, we can do other things like void reasons. So guest changed mind. It was a staff mistake. You can put all your reasons in here to give why you're voiding. Item damaged. I don't know. That'll build up a profile for each staff member. We've also got selective items for certain discounts. There's your manufacturers. I showed you. You can have as many as you want. You can have 50, 100. It doesn't matter. Stock control. If you're using the stock control, the first thing you've got to do is create a supplier. So I'll just create us, Southwest Systems. We'd fill in all the data, enable it. Well, lead time is 2 days for the stuff to get to us. And then what you do, if you're having the stock add-on, you have to then convert your items to stock. So what you do is, I'll just say this to a beer, or let's just say it's a Twix actually. Okay, if I save that, so Twix, what you do is you convert the item, and it gives you all the options here. So I'm going to do an item of an item, but it could be a pack of 48, pack of 250. Link it to the supplier reference, SWX Twix. I'm going to convert it. So what you can do is, once you've converted it, you can buy the item in. So once you convert it, you can do stock on it. So what you do when you've converted an item to stock is you can then order it or do a stock take. So I'm now going to order it. So if I add new order, I'm going to do a minimum, okay. And we were looking at show item in a supplier. So I think it was the Twix, wasn't it? There's the Twix. Okay, so each Twix costs 30p. I'm selling for like 80p. So update, I'm going to buy 48. Again, like I said, it could be you could make it a pack of 48. I could make a template here, so I could call this, I don't know, regular order. So when I order the Twix, there's this open order now here. I can print it. I can run the report, and it tells me that this is the supplier reference going to our delivery address to the supplier with all their details once they're filled in. There's 48. And then what I can do is I can receive the order. I could say there's one on back order. There's comments here that log for each order, whatever you want to write. And once it's done, you go copy order to received. You could also do a mobile handheld unit for doing stock takes with a laser scanner on it. So if you want that, it's an extra cost, but we can do that. And once you've received that, it's gone into stock. So when you run your stock report and stock values, you will then see that Twix here is 48 in stock. So if I sell one now on the till, I press cash card. So sell an item, it'll go 48, 47 in a few seconds. So that's the real-time stock. And then once you've done the stock, you can do stuff like order history. There's all these reports now for stock-related stuff. So I've ordered with Southwest Systems, I've ordered these items on that date. You've got summary of goods received. So what has been received on that day, you can see that. Stock reorders if you're using minimum maximum. So if you want to set a minimum and a max, so stock level to order up to the max, we can do that. Stock take history, that applies to the stock taking report, and it will basically look at any variance. So I haven't done a stock take. I can't show you that. I haven't got time really to show you that, but it will calculate any usage here, ECR usage against the calculated usage and any variance. But the reason why this is slightly out here by a lot is because these items they're not linked to stock. They're not being made stock items. And then you've got the stock take area. So you've got stock taking. This can either be done with our laser handheld, or you can count it with stock sheets and go through, and you can do it by department. You don't have to do a full stock take on everything. You can just say, right, today we're going to do the tobacco, confectionery and crisps, and then update the stock and then do that. You can do what's called a theoretical stock take and don't have to do it all. Last but not least, it's just going to show you some things like wastage. So that Twix, let's just say I'm going to waste this item. It was dropped by Amy, so you can put who's doing it. So I've put that in there. So what will happen then is there is a wastage report to show you, but if I go into the programming and PLUs and I look at this Twix now and I go stock inquiry, you'll see here we bought in 48 Twixes at the bottom. We wasted one, so the calculated stock is 47. So that's important because you want to offset your wastage. You don't want to see it as lost or stolen. You want to know what's been wasted. We got that feature in there. Thanks for listening. There's a lot of other features we can do, like mix and match and stuff, but we can do anything like Meal does. But thanks for listening. If you need anything else, please get a quote from us, info@southwestsystemsuk.com. My name's Aidan, I'm the sales director. We've got a really tight team here of people, great support team, a really good sales team. And if you need anything, just let us know or give us a ring if you want questions answered. We're more than happy to help you. Thanks again and enjoy your day.